Hey guys, welcome back to the 22nd and maybe last Sky Battle commentary videos. So about a month and a half ago, I made a little bit of a trip to New York, and I have some stories. Why didn't I tell these earlier? Well, because, I forgot, I'll be honest. I forgot to make a video. The first story I have takes place literally minutes after we depart, so we left it around, like, a little past midnight, which, you'd think, oh, you get, like, sleep on the way to the airport. Nope. I wanted to sleep. But the thing is that this was like a bus that like you had to wear your seatbelt. So of course I used my seatbelt the entire time, right? Actually, technically yes, I was wearing a seatbelt. Was it the correct one? No, it was not. What I did was thankfully my seat where how it was positioned, I was able to put it from one side to the other side's thing. So I was buckled up. It just wasn't probably the safest, but I wasn't even like in a position to sleep before. So yeah, I tried and I couldn't for 4 hours, and then we got to a rest stop, and I was incredibly tired because I'd say I'd probably been up for about 20 hours. So not the best. I wasn't like thinking right, and I thought, oh, when they say after the rest stop, it'll be about, an hour until the airport. I thought, that's nothing. I can stay awake that long. And I was really tired the entire time. But since I was so tired, I kind of lost reason. And then kind of stayed awake the entire time, trying to make myself not be tired. And that hour did not go by fast, let me tell you that. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to get to the airport so that I could not sleep on the airplane. Because I just couldn't sleep on the airplane. Didn't even try. But then we get to New York. Bus driver did not know where he was going. He knew, yeah, where to go vaguely, but he didn't know where to go. So, also, did I mention it was 5 o'clock because a bit of like 45 minutes before, we were asked by our tour guide, hey, want to stay here for a little bit longer, And so we did. And that was not a good idea because when we left, it was 5 o'clock, rush hour. Um, and that's not the best. You don't know where you're going, and the streets are full of cars and people. So we were stuck in traffic for a long time, and we finally make it through New Jersey. We finally get there. And then we go around, I swear, the same toll booth, probably about 3 times, I'd assume. Or we go through a toll booth at least 5 times. And let me tell you, from future experiences then, there was only 2 toll booths we had to go through. So there was something that went very wrong there at first. Um, and so that wasn't great. But also, the bus's air conditioning was off. Yeah, I was saying, oh, this is like a first world thing. Yeah, well, you know, we paid $2,000 for this, or at least I did. Um, I don't like passing out when I do that, You would think we'd get a bus that functions. After 3.5 hours of driving in a hot bus, we finally get to the hotel. And you might be thinking, then you got to rest. Nope, because when we entered our hotel room, it smelled horrible. Someone was doing some very, very not good things in there, like smoking, various things probably, not the best, you know. Um, so we moved rooms. It was great. I don't think we were charged extra, and if it was, it wasn't a huge deal. We switch rooms, everything's all good, and I can finally sleep. Um, and I had stayed up that day for, I'd say, after all that time waiting, finally get a notification that this guy arrived. I don't remember his name. I'm just gonna call him Mike. You know, average name. You know, so we get a notification that Mike was there, and I really want a chicken, and we were told like don't like go down to the lobby, but I really wanted that chicken. I didn't know if he was in the lobby or not, so I leave my room, and there I just see a guy, and let me just tell you, he was not the young, reckless millennial I thought he was gonna be. He was the sweet old man, and I just couldn't bear have having a grudge against him. I felt so bad that I had been like, this guy better have an excuse earlier. Um, I just felt so bad, and then I ate that chicken and felt bad. But then, flashback, double flashbacks. It's a flashback within a flashback. I'm pretty sure the second day, there was three tour groups that along with the one I was in, and we had arrived like a full day before the others. So we had like time to spare. They were getting there at about like 11, I think it was that day. So we had stuff to do in the morning. I mean, we didn't have stuff to do in the morning, but we had time to kill in the morning. So we thought, oh, let's just go to the Brooklyn Bridge. That's fun. And let me tell you, that experience was life-changing, because while I was on the bridge, I was walking over there with one of my teachers. And oh my gosh, I just got to kill. Let's go. He's influenced me. He's given me the power. He's given me the power. Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, so we're walking across the bridge, having a great time. And suddenly, out of nowhere, this guy who has the loudest engine I've ever heard. This guy was so cool, by the way. Did I mention that before? He's like the most influential guy ever. He drives past us at probably incredibly illegal speeds. And let's just say our lives changed after that. That man has influenced me to do great things. Great things, I tell you, because of how loud that engine was. He's so important and such a cool guy for that. Oh my gosh. Probably the manliest man there ever was. But yeah, my life has not been the same since. Anyway, flash forward a few days. We are like near Rockefeller Center. I think we were like finding like a meeting point to go back to, because we had like three groups with us now, in total. We gotta have a meetup place after we're like set free for like an hour or two. And we hear this guy, because there's like other groups there at this point. It's like touring season or something. Flash forward a few days, and our group is walking past St. Patrick's Cathedral. At this point, a lot of tours had arrived, so seeing tours pretty common thing. So we were walking past one, and there's this kid from another group who loudly proclaims, "Oh my God, is that the church from the Wizard of Oz?" And let me just tell you, there's no church in the Wizard of Oz. I mean, as far as I'm aware, there's no church in the Wizard of Oz. Maybe it was like the Emerald City, I don't know. But what I do know is that we almost missed our flight back home, which is terrifying. Because like just after we left, that's when all the smoke rolled in. We probably would have been stuck there for a while if we didn't make it. Or got like a plane the next day, because it was like 2 days afterwards that it got really bad. Anyway, so we were ready to leave, kind of. It was the day that we were leaving, and our tour guide was like, let's go stop at some places, because we have and she is just not a great person. So I get through that. I didn't get my luggage thrown at me, thankfully, but I almost did because the only reason I didn't put it in incorrectly is because the people in front of me did, and that was not a good day for them. Um, yeah, not the greatest. And so I get through, thankfully, doing everything correctly. She doesn't yell at me. And then I am just terrified because I feel like I did something wrong just by accident, you know. And so I'm like hyperventilating. And the thing with me is when I hyperventilate, I laugh constantly at everything. Doesn't have to be funny. Nothing even has to be said. I'm just there laughing. And it's not fun. It's not funny even, despite my constant laughter. Anyway, oh, not my sword. Anyway, I get through the security line. All is good, you know. Everything is going fine, you know. That lady's hopefully not gonna follow us, you know. She's currently confiscating M&Ms. You know, what's she gonna do? Confiscate the M&Ms. But you know, I get through. Everything's good, and I think, wait, I'm missing something. I had forgotten my luggage. Thankfully, the main lady did not say anything because she was again too busy confiscating M&Ms. But I got it, and all was good, you know? And then we realized we're not going to have enough time to eat. It's a 3-hour and 15-minute plane ride home. So obviously, we need to eat. Fast. Thankfully, LaGuardia does have places to eat. And conveniently, our gate was, like, newly renovated, I believe. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. Went to a burger place. I got a burger from the burger place because, you know, that's what they have. They have burgers at a burger place. And, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. There was just one problem. There was no time to eat. So I did what any sensible person would do and practically inhaled the burger. I got it done before we boarded. But, you know, not everyone can inhale a burger. So some people didn't get to eat until like the plane was going, and we kind of had to hide the food because I'm not sure if that's actually allowed. But no one got in trouble for it. It was a pretty smooth plane ride home. Didn't get any sleep, but it was pretty good, all things considered. So anyway, yeah, those were my wackiest stories from my trip, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye!